Hey guys, Daniel here again from Thumpstar. Today, another video on the TSK110, the TSK141 and the TSB125. So let's take you through a few of the highlights of these bikes right now. Starting with our TSK141, this bike comes fitted standard with the titanium nitrate coated forks, which is a very nice looking fork, but also helps improve performance. Here we have the 2-piston caliper brakes with the braided steel brake lines, front and rear. All the Thumpstar range features braided steel brake lines, and as we've mentioned before, they're going to stop swell as opposed to rubber lines and give you a better performing brake overall. The TSK141 features electric start as well as a backup kickstarter. This one also has the forged kickstarter, being a much stronger unit than our cast units. We can also see here the brake snake, which is going to stop any hyperextension of the brake lever, and also the full-sized foot pegs, same as you would get on a full-sized motocross bike. The TSK also features adjustable suspension, the top there clicker adjusting the rebound, and under the bottom of the fork is your compression adjustment. The TSB110 features standard upside down forks with no adjustment. One of the other differences between the TSK range and the TSB range is the rims. As we can see here on the TSB rims, you've got the standard style silver coloured rims, and on the TSK range, you've got the upgraded rims there with the black outer. We can also see here our Thumpstar hub, which has been designed from a full-sized motocross bike and then just scaled down to make sure you have maximum strength. As we can see here on the TSK, the AK7 rims, also known as our 7 series rim, are a very nice unit and look very nice and smart with the black finish on them. We can also see here once again the braided steel brake lines for the rear with the single piston caliper. We have the 20mm hollowed out axle, which, as we've mentioned before, is the same weight as our 15mm axle but much stronger. On the TSK range, we have got fitted the 6-bolt rear sprocket. This adds strength to your motorcycle, and we can see here the 3-bolt chain guide. One of the feature highlights about this guide is it actually separates in half, meaning when you want to remove your chain, this can be taken off easily without having to do that extra bit of work. We also have slots in the holes here, meaning you can adjust the position of that up and down to make it sit the way you would like. And inside, the slide is actually removable just by taking these 2 bolts out. You can pull the slide out if that's worn, or if you would also like to adjust the way that the chain is rolling through that guide. Another handy feature of the chain roller is that this was actually designed to fit the previous generation's 2-bolt roller on there. That will also fit most of the generic rollers as well on the market. We have the forged linkage underneath, giving you a nicer ride as opposed to bikes that just have the suspension mounted directly to the swing arm. We've got the folding gear lever, another very nice touch. We can see at the front we have got the brake disc guard as well, just to stop debris and impacts from affecting that disc. We've got our upgraded fuel cap, which seals better and reduces any damage to the thread. The gripper seat, once again, and as all of our Thumpstar motorcycles, upgraded wiring, thicker wiring with Deutsch plug connections. And it is also waterproofed. By simply removing these 2 bolts on the TSK, you can remove this side panel and get access to your air filter. This bike features a full-sized air filter which is oiled and also caged. Some of our competitors might have a air filter which is inside an airbox, but it might not be caged, and a premium quality product like the Thumpstar one. The TSK is also featuring the MXD's fat bars. These are a much nicer looking and stronger unit. They also come with the beautiful silver paint job on there for finishing. On the TSB, you will find the more standard style handlebars. As you might have seen before, the The patented Thumpstar storage box is a very unique and handy feature. It simply opens up and you can then put your keys, phone, wallet or anything else you need out on the trails. Both the TSK and TSB range come fitted with the pipe bomb exhaust, which features the removable baffle. This is very simple to remove. It features one bolt holding it in from the bottom and a circlip holding it in from the front. It can be removed or added in approximately 1 minute. On our version 5 and X3 range, we have available the color change kits. These are a very simple way of changing the appearance of your bike. We've got here the side panels and also the decals, which can then be put on. That will help you give you a custom look on your bike. And these are available at thumpstar.com.au. So we have the lovely rubberized cover, which also features the 4-digit numbering system for any of our Designed in Australia parts. Any of our Designed in Australia parts will have a 4-digit number code, which will enable you to locate and find that part very easily. Another feature which we think sets Thumpstar apart from the rest. Thumpstar Genuine Parts Kit. This comes with just about every Thumpstar bike that you can purchase. And what have we got in here? Well, we've got our owner's manual, which is full of all kinds of handy information. There is your removable baffle, a spare pod filter should you like that. We've also got some spare seals. We have got a cable for the clutch and a cable for the accelerator. We have got some spare brake pads. We have got both levers, clutch and brake, a paint marker, some Loctite, some more brake pads, some of the roller bearings which can be used in both the linkage and the swing arm, and spare spokes. Underneath there is some racing numbers and a handful of useful tools for all the main parts on the bike. That is a pretty darn comprehensive parts kit and something that we don't think you're going to get from our competitors. We'll just take a look now at the TSK110 compared to the TSK141. Some of the differences you might notice are the fact that this does not have a clutch. It's actually a semi-automatic design, so you've still got your 4 gears all up, which is the same on all 3 of these bikes. However, on this bike, you just don't need to worry about the complication of the clutch. You can simply change the gear as you would require. 1 down, that's neutral at the bottom. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Back down to 3rd, 2nd, 1st, and back into neutral again. For a small comparison between the TSB125, and the TSK110, they actually have the same seat height on both of these bikes. However, you've got a full manual clutch, full manual engine on this. Once again, like we said, neutral at the bottom and then your 4 gears upwards. So if you were looking for something where you wanted the clutch, this is the bike that you would like. Besides that, they are pretty much very similar. You still have your pipe bomb exhaust, you still have your braided steel lines and all the other goodies that Thumpstar puts on its TSK range. Both of these bikes were designed with kids in mind, and one of the handy features that we have is the adjustable ride height. So at the bottom of the shock here, you'll notice there is actually 2 holes. The hole that is not filled can be used to lower the rear of the bike should your rider require that. All of our version 5 models feature this very handy grab handle. You can see it is solidly mounted with 3 bolts, and you can use that to pick up the bike whenever you need. That can support the entire weight of the bike with no stress whatsoever. Thanks for watching the video on our TSK110, our TSK140 and our TSB125. If you'd like any more information, as we always say, thumpstar.com.au is where you'll get all the info and specs. And happy riding, guys.